Hello, today I have a message called Your Soft Place to Land. So, starting with put your attention in the soft place. This is what I have been practicing today. And sometimes it seems harder than at other times. I know there was a period of time where everything felt pretty grim and heavy for a while, but then I found it again. So, the soft place is within. It's within all of us, or everything, or you could think of it as directly behind the time and space that you're seeing. The time and space we're using to cover up what's truly here. So if you think of what's truly here as a beautiful, very loving light, just nothing but beautiful, very loving light. And we needed to distort it to have experience of opposites, because actually nothing is opposite. The only thing real is love without opposite. So we use thought to distort this very loving light that's here. This is the soft place, but it's very powerful too. The softest, kindest place is the most powerful. And we use thought to distort that into very violent, separate images, violent, separate people, people who seem especially peaceful next to especially violent people, like all the opposites, right? And meanwhile, behind it, here's this light. That's nothing new for me to say, but the lens I'm given is to practice resting in the soft place, put my attention there, then I am there, and to know I don't have to escape within my separate self to go within. When I go within, I'm touching what's real. I'm in full contact. I'm in oneness with what's real about everyone and everything, no matter how distorted its surface. Its surface might look like an ideal I could never attain, and that's a distortion. Its surface might look like the vilest evil a mind could imagine, and that's a distortion. And it's the same distortion. It's the same distortion. So beyond the distortion is the soft place to land for all of us, and the reality of all of us. And truly we can help everyone remember this reality, and central to that, and have this soft place to land for themselves fully. And the central to that is the ability to find this place, know of its existence, and rest there consistently, and understanding the power of this place and the inspiration that comes from this place takes care of everything we'd call problem in the time and space world. I know it doesn't look that way. I know it looks as though we need like aggression and struggle and figuring things out to address what we experience in time and space. But more and more I'm starting to see, no matter what argument ego is making, that the true solution to what I see with my eyes, my physical senses in time and space, is this soft place of power and inspiration. And as I learn to rest here, I share it. So, that's my work today. There truly is a sane guide for everyone in every moment. And if you think about that, that contradicts every assumption the ego gives us about everyone and everything. So if you think about that, for everyone we call else, there's a past we attach to them. And so then we have an expectation of their behavior based on the separate past we perceive for a separate body. We have so many assumptions in place. But the power and the love of this soft place where we can rest disregards 100% of that. That's what a miracle is based on. The power and the love of the soft place where we can rest disregards everything we think we know from the past, every block we would put up. And then in the light of this place, everyone that we would call another has a sane guide, a loving guide. In how many moments? In every single moment. And our faith in this sane guide for everything and everyone we look upon becomes justified and deepens as we learn to rest in this soft place. So again, it's not withdrawing into yourself alone. It's going within into where everyone is connected, into where this sane guide is available and can be experienced, coming through everyone and everything. Okay. You can allow your illusion to show that it is powered by the same power source that powers all beings. So we're not talking about persons or bodies yet. But if you think of the being of light, that is every human you see. Think of a being of light standing behind them, that is their true self. And then think of me standing in front of that human. And if I am fearful, my fearful thoughts take the shape of that person and their body and their past. But inspired by the Holy Spirit, which connects all of it, my loving thoughts stop distorting the being of light standing behind any person at all. Any person. My loving thoughts stop the distortion. And that doesn't mean I have to struggle to think loving thoughts about people, to think loving thoughts about bodies. That's like an ego fight and an ego effort we don't have to engage in. It's more about engaging with this, or resting in this soft place within us that's connected to everyone and everything, and that brings on this experience of the distortion being wiped away. So whereas I've been accustomed to looking out at separate things, people, and events, and seeing the distortion of fear upon them, so not really seeing any of them at all, like I have no idea what's really going on, I'm seeing chaos. Or, I'm seeing potential chaos that maybe we have to struggle or effort to suppress with our own kind of fearful order, right? But as I look through the personality, through the past, through the body, to the soft place, which I'm still learning to do, I can get caught up very easily in one of ego's distracting statements about a body or personality. That's still pretty easy for me, but today's my day to practice. Or one of ego's distracting thoughts about the past for anyone or anything. But meanwhile, here's the soft place to land. It's equally within me and everyone and everything. Or as we're looking with physical eyes, we could think of behind. Either way will work. So all beings, and you could even think of an inanimate object as a being, or if you're thinking of particles as a being, or a molecule as whatever you're naming is separate and thinking of, you can think of that as a being. If you have a name for it, it's a being. And then behind it is the light. So what powers you, you're a being, powers all beings. In reality, all beings are innocent, and they couldn't ever be anything other than innocent. But we're obviously seeing and experiencing and reacting to a distortion. So what's the solution? To have the distortion wiped away. And that's what we can keep tuning into. Every day. So we tune into this soft place, and we open up the way for fear's distortion to be wiped away, for us to see clearly. Okay. Remembering the truth about beings and beingness is corrective. So again, I don't have to struggle to think nice thoughts about a person. I don't have to struggle to do nice, kind, or loving things. Think of our thoughts and our actions and our speech as being a fragrance or like a blossoming that naturally comes through us, very naturally, without our effort or pre-planning, because we visit this soft place, because we learn to rest in this soft place, and we have a willingness to remember who all of our divine siblings are, what everything is. Then from us comes the fragrance or the blossoming or the extension of love. That's the most natural thing to all beings. It's just we've gotten ourselves all twisted up, and we've made listening to fear thoughts and distorting the love that everyone is more natural to us than what's actually natural to us. So again, you don't have to struggle to think, say, and do, but paying attention and reorienting, I find that's a fine use of effort. As long as I have the illusion of a separate one efforting, I can use that to pay attention, to intentionally turn away from ego's thoughts, anything that feels not good, and turn toward this soft place that we all share, that's the light that all of us share, and to just rest there. Then everything comes from that. The correction, the undoing of the distortion comes from the ability to rest where we actually are. That's where we allow, where we say, none of this stuff that I projected out from fear can harm me or help me in any way. None of these illusions are valuable to me. I don't need any of them. I am what I am fully, with all, and my beingness is all I need. So I don't need anything from the illusion, and I'm not going to fear the illusion, keeping it in place, because I'm addicted to the idea of harm and harming. If we think of the idea of harm a lot, like other people being harmed, harm coming potentially to others or to us, we're kind of addicted to harm. And if we're addicted to harm, then we see and experience it. And we see others out there being subject to it, or others out there being the harmers. So if we're addicted to harm, it's okay, because each instance of fear attached to harm is an opportunity to go to the soft place and to rest. And to me, listening to somebody speak can help me reorient. Saying to myself, let me remember God created me. I'm the being, not the human, not the body, not the personality. All those are going to be tools in the removal of distortion. We're not just going to stop experiencing time and space. By resting in the soft place, we allow all of the symbols of time and space we made originally for fear to be used by love. So we're not skipping over that step. We're still aware that we're experiencing illusion, but what we do is give all of it to what we are. And we take all of it away from the ego's effort and pre-planning and trying to control and order things. We allow divine order to rule and to reign, because from resting in this soft place, reorienting many times a day, we come to trust divine order and genuinely want divine order instead of any order that the ego would establish and worship and attempt to keep replicating. Okay, your soft place to land and to be is directly within and does not come from anything outside of what you are. So you know what that means. Nothing we see in the world, nothing we experience in the world, the reality of that thing or that person or that event is not other than we are. It's not outside of what we are. It's all the same light. It may come in distorted form, but originally it's all the same light. And light is connected to all light, not some of the light. Light is not divided from any of the light. Love is not divided or separated from any of the love. In Spirit's hands, it takes multiple forms, still all connected in joy, grace, truth, peace, eternally. But the forms are none of our business. And we're not the forms. And nobody we call else is one of these forms. We're what powers form. And love even powers this distortion, because the only power there is love. And so even to distort love and pretend it's not love, the power source I use to do that has to be love, because there's no other power source. That's the only one there is. So I might as well just go directly back to the original power. I'm not in trouble for distorting the appearance of love, because that never happened. It was imagined. Love is all that can truly be. And yes, you can imagine that something else is possible, but we cannot make it possible. We cannot make evil possible, but we can imagine it. And when we're feeling not good, we are imagining evil. And so we know what to do. We know where to go. Go to the place where it's 100% soft and 100% powerful. I think that would be the lion and the lamb. Go to that place. It's directly within you. And anyone who goes within finds that place is directly connected to everyone and everything. So do we want to see the world dance to the very kind and loving tune of divine order? Well, we're in charge of everything we see and experience. Because if we go to that within place, we see where it's all connected. And it might seem we have a lot of work to do, but think of how powerful our power source is. And think of the work as not being the ego's work. It's the work of what we are together. And what we do, instead of putting a stopper in that, trying to stop it, we just allow it. That's all we do. We put down our children's toys and we allow divine order to blossom forth. So that's what today is for. We practice and we learn to trust. Okay, thanks.